Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Auto Club Speedway. As we get ready to go after today. Oh, wow, I'm just interrupting myself here. After today, we're halfway done through the chase, which means only 6 more races until the season is over. So we got day heats and we got a night main. So it's sure to be exciting here this weekend at Auto Club. Karen Vieira, Sean Harper are on the front row. Andrew Rich won his first career race last week at Dover. He is in row 2 with Nicholas Samudio. Row 3, Michael Cavanero, May Ryder. Row 4, Colby Alves and Kevin Peeler. And in row 5, we have Philip Tringali and Alan Cavanero. So Philip is in the 9th spot. Now, the thing with Auto Club is it's almost like a super speedway, as drivers will be going at times 3 and 4 wide. So this is a track to be careful on. So could have some really interesting racing here today. Andrew right now is like 78, 88 points ahead of Peggy Bowling, and that's for the top non-chaser spot. 25th in points. Andrew set to run all 3 series next season, as well as the Kickstarter special races, which I'll have sign-ups for that coming up after the main here at Auto Club. Green flag is out here in heat number 1. 13 laps of racing are underway. By the way, I did not know what the heck I was thinking when I said 100 to 125. We're not racing that long. It's a 63-lap event. But that's still a pretty long race. As you can see, they're already 4 wide. Remember, caution flags off in the heat races. I wouldn't think they would wreck with 18 cars, but you never know. As Andrew Rich will lead the first lap in heat number 1. Andrew has gotten a lot better recently. As they're 4 wide, all behind him. That's craziness. They're almost 5 wide right here. Tony Green's actually scraping the wall. Oh, look out, guys. This is nuts. They are 5 wide clearly right there. Ryan Shea, Kevin Peeler. Who is that? That's John Linares. They are 5 wide. This is not going to last. They're still 5 wide. That's Karen Vieira, Michael Cavanero. There they go. Michael Rogers, Ryan Shea, Michael Cavanero, and Philip Tringali. Everybody's going to get their cars back on their power, but that will take them out of contention. Andrew Rich still leading the field. As they'll now settle back to 3 wide. And whoa, Michael Cavanero just hit the wall. Where the pit road wall for some dumb reason. Oh, no. Come on, Michael. Get out of the way. He's on the apron. And out of harm's way there. I was worried for a second. See, all of these guys are not going to come to pit road. Michael Cavanero will, because he just totaled his race car. Sean Harple to the inside of Andrew Rich for the race lead. Now Nathan Rogers to the inside of the 77. And we could see a finish like this. Auto Club has had great finishes over the years. And with the fact that I am bringing back double races next season, Auto Club could get 2 races. We could see very few tracks on the Voltage Cup Series circuit. Nicholas Samudio to the front. Now there's Michael Cavanero finally getting himself down pit road. And these guys are going to catch Michael Rogers, who's running about 6 seconds slower. As you see, they just fly around this track. And are they 5 wide again? They are almost 5 wide again. They're just 4 wide right now, which is okay. They're about to catch Michael Rogers. This could get dangerous. They're almost 5 wide, and Carol Morton is loose all over the place. Samudio will be the first one to catch. He goes to the outside. Carando has to slam the brakes on. Michael Rogers in the middle line. Karen Vieira is going to go to the bottom. And this is going to hurt Sean Harple and Andrew Rich a lot. This pretty much almost sealed the deal for Samudio, Tony Green, Alan Cavanero, and Colby Alves. But they got to deal with Ryan Shea, too. 9th place right now would be the 36, I believe. Yes, it would be May Ryder right now. As you see, Andrew Rich, Sean Harple got hurt really bad by that 90 car. As they're going to catch Ryan Shea in the turn. Samudio gets by first again, but now Alan Cavanero is stuck behind the 15. Carando's stuck behind the 15 too. There goes Logan York by. And they are 3 wide passing the 15 car. And Andrew Rich gets blocked by Ryan Shea. Andrew had a very good run going, and he just got flat out blocked. 4 laps to go in heat number 1. Logan York up to 5th place. Nicholas Samudio still in the race lead. And they're not going to catch Philip Tringali. If the 32 catches the 90, I'd be so surprised. Michael Cavanero retired with a header. And they are 4 wide again here, racing for spots, so this is not over by any means. Now, these guys may be racing these schemes, but they are schemes from last week, and they are to be changed for some drivers. Most of them, they'll probably have the same thing on, but some of them, they got to change them. So we are in the western state now of California. White flag will be out this time by. I got razor burn. Gosh darn it. White flag is out here at Auto Club. Who will make the mace? The Hyundai 500 is up for grabs. Because that's the car I drive. I drive a Hyundai. Wish I had a Dodge, but, you know. First car. My dad says it's better than the first 3 cars he had, so I might as well keep it for a couple of years. Especially since I don't have a car payment. Samudio looks like he's going to win heat number 1. Now, who is going to make the rest? Carol Morton, John Ayers. Who the heck is going to make the field? 9th place was Alan Cavanero. So making the race through heat 1 is Nicholas Samudio, Carol Morton, John Ayers, Sean Harple, Chris Carando, Nathan Rogers, Tony Green, Colby Alves, and Alan Cavanero. And with that said, we will see you guys for heat number 2. Getting ready to go racing for heat number 2. On the front row, we got Scott Greeny and Peggy Bowling. Row 2, Adam Rogers, Caleb Hoffman. Row 3, Robert Rogers, Kerry Davis. Row 4, Greg Lyons, Ace Rogers. And in row 5, Ben Goldberg and Brandon Mellon. Will we see a crash like we did in heat number 1? It's possible. They already went 5 wide once. And seeing that they did go 5 wide, it means the main is going to be nuts. Green flag is out for heat number 2. We saw Andrew Rich was leading most of heat number 1, but he was not able to make it to the main. I'm sure Andrew will be happy next season when there are no heats and he'll be able to race every track with 41 opponents. As it's going to be a massive race here coming up. 63 laps of racing as Robert Rogers leads the first lap, and that could be a finish we could see right there. Somebody passing somebody through turns 3 and 4. We've seen it before. And the racing on this track is just so amazing. I'm thinking on whether or not to make this the season opener and the season closer because the racing here is just so good. And I was thinking of going back to Talladega, but now that I think about it, I got a thought. I still got to figure out the schedule, but I wanted to wait until all the races were done on the current season, so I would know like what tracks I want to go back to and such. Code Red and Trucks will likely have differing schedules, like completely different schedules. Except for maybe the first 3 and last 3 races. Maybe that'll be it. I don't know. Well, they'll have some tracks they go to at the same time. I'll have to figure it all out. Robert Rogers still leading it here in heat number 2. They have not wrecked yet because they have not gone 5 wide yet. There always seems to be a key number to cause a crash. They're going 4 wide back there, but they have yet to go 5 wide. You can see Robert Rogers and Benjamin Dion, teammates for this season, as there are no teams next season. And there's the 5 wide. Now it's back to 4 wide, but it could be 5 wide. Peggy Bowling knows Andrew Rich didn't make the race, and she wants to make the race to have a shot at moving up in the points. They only got 5 laps down. And there's some 5 wide back there. I can see some 5 wide. Adam Rogers is in the Ben Goldberg. Oh, Dylan Young, Michael Beeson. There they go. Peggy Bowling's involved. Ben Goldberg, Kerry Davis. James Morton, Jim Morton III. Slam the brakes. Get through with no damage. But that'll still cost them. Greg Lyons almost on the apron there. So there's our crash for heat number 2. We'll see who's going to continue or not. Peggy Bowling is going to continue, but that's going to hurt her chances of making the race. Kerry Davis is continuing. Ben Goldberg is continuing. As Benjamin Dion looks for the race lead on Robert Rogers. You know, the thing I love so much is when this game says, oh, you're recording at 20 FPS, but I think it's really like 50. Because that's what I have it set to on 50. I'm not at 60 frames per second. Like, yeah, we wish we were. Even though it's recording that lower than that. But this is still a pretty damn good laptop. I pretty much have all the effects on. So I'm running nice and smooth on all settings checked. Robert Rogers still in the lead. Looks like Ben Goldberg's faster than Kerry Davis. Same to Peggy Bowling. Peggy Bowling's actually slower than both of these drivers, apparently. Don't know if anybody will get caught up and lapped or not. They're already at lap 9. 4 laps to go here. And I don't think they're going to catch anybody. The other crash, we do know everybody came to a stop in Heat 1. This heat, they did not go to a complete stop, so let's probably help them out. As Greeny to the inside, then Beeson, then Gadoo. 4 wide for the race lead, and if you could imagine having a finish like this in the main, that would be nuts. Cameron Gadoo leading that lap. As Bowling has been passed by Ben Goldberg and Kerry Davis. So I don't think they're going to catch Bowling, but, you know, anything can happen. Caleb Hoffman going to the race lead for now. 2 laps to go this time by. Gadoo getting that high line run. So the tires start wearing off. And we'll see what tire wear plays here in this race. So they're 4 wide again. Gadoo again with the outside lane run. And that's just causing them to go even more crazy wide. They're almost 5 wide right here. Dylan Young, Robert Rogers on the inside. Remember, these guys will have different schemes in the next race. In the main, if they make the main. White flag out here for these guys. They're not going to catch Peggy Bowling. Robert Rogers back to the front in the lead. Who will make the show? Edwin Mendez, Chloe Baker to the inside lanes. Ace Rogers, teammate of Robert Rogers, to the inside. Who's going to win heat number 2? They are 4 wide coming to the line. Ace Rogers. Edwin Mendez, Chloe Baker, Robert Rogers, Brandon Mellon, Caleb Hoffman, Benjamin Dion, Adam Rogers, and Dylan Young make the Hyundai 500. And we will see you for that event.